3 days ago, I was in my home office peering over some paperwork when my phone pinged with a text from my fiance Lauren, who I would been with for 2 years. We were set to tie the knot in my 4 months. The message read, "Gus, he is totally oblivious. Sarah, in just a few days, I will convince him to add my name to the house deed. After the wedding, I will have control over everything. He has not even mentioned a prenup because he trusts me completely." This is almost too simple. I stared at the screen for about half a minute, stunned. Then another text came through. "Oops, babe, that was meant for someone else. Just messing around with Sarah about some TV show we are hooked on." Here's the thing about Lauren. She's always been terrible at covering her tracks when cornered. I used to think it was nervous, but now I realize it was arrogance. She was so confident in her scheme, so sure I was an easy target, that she got careless. That was not a panicked mistake. It was overconfidence. I immediately took a screenshot of both texts and did what any sensible person would go. I called my attorney, Mark. "Hey Mark, quick hypothetical." I said, "If someone's living in my house but is not on the deed or lease, how fast can I legally get them out?" He chuckled. "That's not so hypothetical, is it? What's going on?" I sent him on the call. After a long pause, he said, "All right, here's the plan. Lauren had moved into my place 18 months ago. The house inherited from my grandmother and fully paid off was solely in my name. Lately, she would be nudging me about feeling more secure and wanting her name on the deed since we were getting married. Not been warming to the idea. Love can cloud your judgment like that. But she would make a critical error. She's not a tenant." Mark explained, "She is LNC at will. No rent, no lease. In our state, you can revoke her permission to stay with reasonable notice. We'll make it quick and legal." I met Mark at his office that day. Within hours, we had a strategy. The next day was go time. That night, I went home and acted like everything was fine. Lauren was lounging on the sofa watching TV as if she did not just expect her plan to open my life. She smiled when I walked in. "Hey honey, how was your day?" she asked. "Not bad," I replied, grabbing a drink. "Pretty productive." She patted the couch beside her, and I said, trying not to dwell on how many times we would done this, how many of our words had been lies. So she said, toying with my fingers, "With the wedding coming up, maybe we should think about putting my name on the house. You know, for security. What if something happens to you?" Then it was the pitch. "Yeah, maybe." I said, keeping my tone neutral. "I will think it over." She grinned and kissed my cheek. "You are the best." "Oh, and Sarah wants to go dress shopping this weekend." "That cool." "Sure," I said. I slept in the spare room that night, claiming I felt under the weather and didn't want to get her sick. She did not question it. Why would she? I was the gullible fool after all. Next morning, I left early, supposedly for work. Instead, I met Mark to finalize the paperwork. The day was a whirlwind at 10 a.m. I visited the bank and, as the sole owner of our joint accounts, transferred all the funds to a new account in my name only. By noon, a locksmith was changing every lock on the house. At 12:30 p.m., a formal eviction notice was taped to the front door. By 1 p.m., movers Mark and Head and began packing Lauren's belongings. It took them 3 hours. By 400 p.m., everything she owned was in a storage unit, paid for 1 month, more than legally required, but I was not heartless. Then I waited at 5:47 p.m. She texted, "Babe, the door won't open. Is the lock jammed?" I checked the notice on the door. Silence for 3 minutes. Then my phone blew up. 17 missed call in 5 minutes. I let them go to voicemail. Finally a text, "What is this?" "An eviction notice. Are you out of your mind?" I responded. "Your stuff is at safe storage on Oak Start. Unit 47, first month's paid. Car keys are in the lockbox by the garage. Code 4567. Her reply. "Andre, please, whatever you think is going on, we can talk. You can just kick me out. I live here." I text back. "No, you stayed here. Big difference." Mark says you have 24 hours to get your things before access is revoked. She kept calling. I declined and texted, "Contact me only through my lawyer." His number's on the notice. Then I blocked her. The security footage from the next hour was wild. A new doorbell camera picked up everything. Clear audio and all. She went from sobbing to yelling to trying to break in through the back door. The alarm system stopped that fast. Then she sat on the front steps calling everyone she knew. The highlight, she called Sarah on speaker right near the camera. He knows. Run wild, and I don't know how, but he knows. The locks are chained, my stuff's in storage. What do I do? Sarah's reply was brutal. I told you not to text about it. God, Lauren, how could you be so cocky? You scared yourself. It was an accident. I thought I was texting you. Well, congrats. Is your name or anything? No, I was going to handle that this week. And you were done. Better call Drake. Drake was a new name. Later, I learned he was her ex, who she would been consulting about her plan. Apparently, she would pull a similar stunt on him years ago, but similar. We've been coaching her to do it better this time. Charming. Update 1. It's been a week since the eviction. Things got crazier. First, Lauren tried to emotional angle, showing up at my workplace with tears and a story about having nowhere to go. Security escorted her out after she made a scan. My boss asked what was happening, so I showed him the text. He whistled, damn. It's some team of to deal with this. Solid box. Then came the social media storm. Lauren posted everywhere, claiming I would lost my mind and kicked her out for no reason after 2 wonderful years. My friends piled on, calling me every name imaginable. So I got pretty and posted the screenshot. The comments were like watching a train wreck. Half our friends went quiet. The others claimed it was a joke or out of context. Sure, because everyone jokes about spending their finance house. Sarah tried to spin it, posting that I was financially controlling and had micromanaged Lauren's life. Funny since I would never even met Sarah. She was always busy when I suggested meeting up. Then Lauren's mom, Margaret, called, Andrew, why did I hear you made my daughter homeless? I liked Margaret. She'd always been kind, so I sent her the screenshots. After a long pause, she said, that doesn't sound like my Lauren. I thought so too, Margaret. I replied, she was staying with Sarah now. Say you changed the locks while she was at work. I changed them at noon. She has not had a job in 8 months. What? She told me she was working at that at agency downtown. This just kept getting better. She said she quit to plan the wedding. I told her gave her excuse to be on her laptop all day. Another pause ended. She told me you wanted her to quit. That you were traditional about wives working. I could not help but laugh. Margaret, I would been encouraging her to find work for months, even offered to help with her resume. I need to go. I'm sorry. Andrew, she hung up. I felt to her learning your kid is not who you thought. That's brutal. But Lauren was not done. She still had access to some of our wedding vendor accounts. I found out when the venue emailed me, Hi Mr. Thompson, confirming your request to move the wedding to next weekend and add the deluxe champagne tower. Your new balance is $47,000. She bumped up the date, added every upgrade and invited 200 extra guests. The catering bill alone was more than a car. I called the venue immediately. We can't cancel or change without both parties' consent. The coordinator said it's in the contract. She's not my fiance anymore. The wedding's off. I understand. But legally, what if my lawyer sends a cease and desist? Pass a notice of intent to report where fraud if you process her changes. Silence. What evidence do you have? Mark sent them a package within the hour. Eviction notice, screenshots, and a still letter. 20 minutes later, their legal team called. They canceled everything, refunded my deposit, and banned her from the premise. Then it got wilder. At 11 p.m., my phone rang, an unknown number. I almost ignored it, but picked up. Don't hang up. Lauren said, her voice calm, almost icy. I'm hanging up. I can make this worth your while. That stopped me. 10 seconds. I know about your crypto wallet. My stomach dropped. I would mention it once or twice in passing. A decent chunk from early investments. Not life changing, but significant. So Drake's good with tech. Really good? Are you treating me? I'm negotiating. Give me $50,000 and I'm gone. No drama, no lawyers, no mess, or things get messy. I was recording thanks to Mark's advice. Lauren, are you trying exhorted me? She laughed. Extortion? No, I am offering a clean exit. Think about it. Legal fees, court, time of work. You $2,000 and you are free. Counter offer. Go to hell. She hung up. I called Mark in my bank, then the crypto exchange. Everything got locked down. New passwords, two actors authentication. The work. The next morning, I had 47 login attempt notifications. She would actually tried it. The audacity, but she would messed up again, trying to hack financial accounts. This is a federal offense, and I had her recorded threatening it. Mark was thrilled where I played the recording. Indeed, she is just dead as a felony on a silver platter. Full of police report that afternoon. The cybercrime unit was very interested, especially since Drake left digital traces everywhere. I beat it too. A month later, I thought I would be seeing it all. No, now the police arrested Drake 2 weeks ago. He cracked immediately, spilling everything, text, emails, the lot. Lauren had been planning this for over a year. It was not her first target, just her biggest. But not the wildest part. Remember her wedding planning. She was running a side hustle and knew nothing about romance scams. She was teaching other women how to target wealthy men and siphon their exit. She had a website, testimonials, even a 499 course called Securing Your Destiny, a woman's guide to financial independence through strategic partnerships. I'm not kidding. One of her success stories, Jessica 29, contacted me after the social media fell out. She had taken Lauren's course and convinced her boyfriend to buy her a car before the court on. She felt so guilty, she tracked me down. She was so persuasive. Jessica said over a coffee, framed it as empowerment, taking charge of our futures. Said men have been doing it to women forever, so why not level the playing field? How did it work out? Asked. She laughed dryly. Lost the car, that boyfriend, and most of my friends. Lauren ghosted me after. Jessica was not alone. With her help, we found a caged version of Lauren's website and contacted others. 12 women shared similar stories. Lauren had been running the scheme for at least 3 years, but it gets better. Mark called yesterday with news that made me laugh out loud. You won't believe this. He said Lauren's pregnant. I froze. What? Not yours. Drags about 11 weeks. The timeline clicked. 11 weeks ago was when she started pushing hard for the house deed. She was pregnant with another man's child and needed to lock in my assist before it came out. How do you find it? She's using it as leverage in the criminal case. Claims she can't go to jail because of the baby. Her lawyer submitted medical records. Is Drake supporting her? Marks noted Drinks is in federal custody facing 5 to 10 years for cyber crimes. He's not supporting anyone. The prosecutor called next. They offered Lauren a plea deal. Her testimony against Drake for reduced charge, 2 years probation, and she had to shut down her business immediately. But at probation and she would serve 3 years. Why so light? I asked. First offense, she's pregnant and Drake is and the bigger target. Her corporation sells his case. He was not killed, but Mark had another card to avoid a costly civil trial for the extortion attempt. Her lawyer agreed to settlement, $50,000 from a legal phase and emotional distress plus returning the engagement ring. Lauren took the deal standing in court to admit everything. The judge made her read aloud from her website about strategic partnership. She looked mortified, the best part listening her assessed for the settlement. She had $73,000 from her coaching scam and $15,000 from selling gifts I would be given her. The judge ordered the settlement paid for those funds, plus the rings return and a $20,000 fine. When the ruling came, she looked at across the courtroom, defeated, not scheming, just hollow. Margaret was there, looking like she would aged a decade. She mouthed, I'm sorry. Before escorting Lauren out, update 3 months later, here's the final wrap up. Lauren's living with her mom now, the pregnancy moving alone. And here she is working retail at a department store. Her first real job in years. Her website gone per court order. She paid the settlement which drained her savings. They got 7 years. His period offense did not help. Lauren's kid will be in school before he's out. Sarah vanished, deleted her socials, changed her number. Jessica heard she moved states to start over. Good radiance. I'm doing alright. Not amazing, but not awful. I saw the ring and donated the proceeds to a woman's shelter. Felt right. The house feels quiet, but I am reclaiming it. New furniture, fresh paint, and a dog named Mark, who my lawyer finds hilarious. Dating, not yet. Trust issues are real, but therapist helping. My therapist says I need to trust my instincts before trusting someone else. It's lonely, but it makes sense. I sometimes wonder if any of it was real. Did she ever care, or was Barry moments a lie? We'll never know, and maybe that's okay. My dad texts me occasionally. Beef apologize like I hope you are healing. I don't respond. What's there to say? It's not her fault. Her daughter was a career con artist. The funniest twist, the women from Lauren Cars started a group chat called Lauren Survivors. We meet monthly for drinks, swapping stories about her tactics. It's oddly healing. Jessica's dating a social worker who thinks the story is old but loves her anyway. Another woman, Raka, launched a light financial planning business or woman, joking that Lauren taught her what not to do. Last week, someone asked if I regretted posting the screenshot. I thought about it. No, if I had not, she would been targeting someone else, maybe your sister or friend. They all nodded. We knew the cost of silence, so that's it. No big reconciliation, no extra revenge beyond the codes, no tidy ending, just people moving on. If you'd been through something like this, you are not foolishing or trusting. They were awful betraying it. Documents everything. Get a good lawyer and trust your gut when something feels wrong. It usually is. Oh, and double check who you are texting before you hit send. You never know when your own arrogance might save someone else's life. Peace out and thanks for following my weird saga. Now, if you'll excuse me, Mark the dog needs his walk.